Hello everybody, and welcome back. I'm Cam Christo, and I appreciate you joining me. We are back with, if necessary for years, if necessary alone, but we need not be alone, because I have done some research, and I did this by watching my former self from 2019 do a tutorial about how you do the Imperial Federation, and I have checked, and I believe the code is more or less untouched from vanilla into black ice. So we can do the Imperial Conference, and we need to, before you start doing this focus, you need to have 550 political power. With that much political power, we should be able to make all of the dominions agree to all of our policies, and we can start moving towards Imperial Federation. Very cool. There are, in vanilla, there's a requirement that you have to improve relations with all these guys. But because they have the Infaction 100 and Puppet 100, the Imperial Federation minus 100 keeps them capped at 100. So we don't actually even have to improve relations with them, which is good. Now, here's the rub, as it were. We urgently need political power for all kinds of other things. Like, you know, preparing to deal with Germany and all that kind of stuff. But here's my idea. Forget all that. Let's not worry about it. Germany, Schmermany, who cares? They might do some dodgy stuff, but we're going to create a global federation of nations. And really, isn't that what matters in the end? So I have decided we are immediately going to start saving up political power. And I'm going to endeavor to not spend any, like almost at all. I want to get the Imperial Federation ticking clock started as soon as possible, and getting to the Imperial Federation and having all the dominions agree to the various other policies you do during the Imperial Conference is very beneficial. You get building speed up, you get war support up, you get better trade. It's all good stuff. So I'm going to beeline towards that. We're going to save up political power all we can. We're going to make do. And one thing that's going to do is give us a really cool international, I mean, we already have an international empire, but give us a very international kind of country to manage in the long term. And also, I think it's going to raise the challenge on this game, because it means I'm not going to have lots of research and production and propaganda ministers and economic minister and all this stuff set up the way I might want, were I spending lots of political power on it. And you know what? Challenging games, they're fun. They're a good time. What am I spending all this fuel on? Why is fuel... Oh, okay, it's stabilized again. I don't know what was going on there. It's weird. Limited rearmament is done. Yes, so to that end, I am going to do Develop South Africa now, just so that I can do this as soon as I want to. We don't need to do Arabian development for the Imperial Conference. It's only with the Dominions. They're the only ones invited to the conference. I shouldn't have done Indian autonomy yet, because that means they are going to now tick towards independence. I should have done that just before doing the Imperial Conference event. So we have to watch out and make sure they don't actually become free, because that will ruin everything. But yeah, we're just going to try and save political power, basically, as much as we can. So construction 2 is a good thing to get, because it means I can head over here. I think I want... And we already have some of the good stuff under here, actually. But yeah, steel mill output does seem good. Tank production capacity per assembly plant seems good. Supply range is good. So weekly stability is also interesting. There's so much useful stuff in this gosh darn tech tree. It's so hard to choose. I think we need nylon. Oh, these are ahead of time anyway, so I shouldn't get... Well, nylon is anyway. Nylon is... What's that good for? Infantry equipment down a little bit. Paratrooper equipment down cost a little bit. Okay. Well, I am going to get the weekly stability one, I think. And then, because the recruitable population under that is useful, as is the civilian construction speed. So that is what I'm gonna push for there. Okay. Beyond that, we've got a bunch of upgrades going on at the moment, obviously. In terms of focuses beyond Develop South Africa, I don't think we need Arabian development. Like, it's not... I mean, it's some civilian factories, but it's not very many. I also don't know if this... Does this make us annex It obviously makes you annex the members of the Commonwealth, but I don't know if it makes you annex everybody. Was that a intelligence mission failing? It was. The team has failed to make contact with the prearranged schedule. We have no further information on what happened to them. What? Oh, no, they came back. Okay, the local people, we don't have information on what happened to them. Our local contacts. Okay, well, that's less of a disaster than it could have been. Where do you see your list of agents, by the way? You click... I mean, I know they're here, but I can't see their levels here. Do you... How does one see this? Surely there's a way to see this. Like a list of my available... my existing operatives? Do I just have to see it in this list? There's no way to open this list without assigning them to something? Interesting. I can infiltrate the Navy again. I have already done so, but we could just do it again. This infiltration assets you can get will lead to the following operations. Assassinate naval commander and sabotage ship. Really? I haven't seen those before. Interesting. I didn't lose my my infiltration, did I? Oh, is that an army infiltration? Did our army infiltration... We did get... I'm confused. I think we somehow lost our naval infiltration in the process of failing our army infiltration, but we actually got an army infiltration? Am I losing it? I feel like I'm going crazy here. I think we need to re-infiltrate their navy, it looks like. So, let's do that. Five civilian factories are needed to run that mission. That is tough. Oh, there's machine tools. That. Oh, and we got the new chassis. That improved machine tools is pretty important. Conversion speed bonus don't really need. We'll want that one as soon as possible. I'm still tempted to go ahead of time on this. I'd really like a research bonus to spend on it though. Infrastructure. We don't build many infrastructures. We will build railways in the fullness of time, but more bomb vulnerability is not lovely. Let's get this intelligence bonus from this. Although there are actually one thing I should consider. There aren't 37 important stuff I should be getting. I'm not worried about mountaineers. We'll obviously have to get all of these AT rifles, the better guns and stuff, but that's not an urgent problem. Command cupola. Yeah, actually, let's get the command cupola because I want to design a tank we can actually start building. So let's focus for a moment on getting some of these basic tank techs knocked out. That sounds good. So I'm just going to have to live with these two pop-ups for a while. There's counterintelligence. I can prepare more, but my guys are all being used. I guess it just still shows that. And yes, it was indeed 10 individual things to become Spy Master. Which does mean we're going to get some more operatives. So I know I wouldn't spend... I said that I would not spend any more political power, but I lied. We are going to do that because 2 more operatives is far too tasty a thing to skip out on. What does this highlight mean? Does it mean what it's suggesting you do next? I don't know. Do portable radios level 2 do anything else apart from just coordinated strike? No. Intelligence gained. Yeah, I think invisible ink for the intelligence gained seems good. Don't think we need any of the rest of these really. I can't remember what commando does. I think it is good though, but it's mostly good for like sabotage. And yeah, as I say, we're not getting localized centers just because it makes you have too many decisions available. Let's get invisible ink going. I think that seems good. Yeah, so somehow that mission failed to give me the Navy thing, but then I guess through a bug, to give me the Army infiltration, but then we actually got the Army infiltration and lost our Navy infiltration. I have no idea how that happened. There goes the war in the East. This is a... Oh, there we go. I was going to say that's a strange change they've made. And yet they have situations stable at the moment. Ooh, island hopping mechanic. For each of the following islands controlled, the enemy will have a larger malice, and we will gain a large bonus, and vice versa. So, like, the closer you get to the other side of the Atlantic, the harder it gets for you to do various things. Okay, to try and simulate the idea better, I guess, that it's actually really hard to run operations all the way on the other side of the Atlantic. Interesting. Does America have a corresponding... It does! What a cool system. I'm really glad I came back to Black Ice. It's been so long since I played HOI, and this is... Yeah, this is hitting the spot right now. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't spend the political points. We need 550 political power. 550. I'm not going to dismiss these because it's a willpower thing. And yes, I'm not going to design this just yet because I think we are actually going to do the 38 one, but we're going to do the 38 one with the 37 new techs. The Hawker Hurricane Mark 1, the maiden flight of the first production aircraft powered by Merlin II engine, took place. By the outbreak of the World War, nearly 800 had been produced. Jesus Christ, we're definitely not going to accomplish that. A splendid machine. So, do we want to just one-to-one cut Scimitar fighter production and replace them with the Hawker? Let's take a look at stats. It costs slightly more, quite a bit more aluminium. I think the answer is going to be yes. Because they're just... I believe they're just better, but I do want to be sure here. What was I producing before? Scimitar fighter. They're even more agile. Yeah. We're gonna do a hard shift over to Hawker Hurricanes. And next thing to research for planes. This is still ahead of time, isn't it? Yeah. Probably the naval bomber. Okay, so just looking at planes here for a second. Scimitar fighters. Let's firstly obsolete them. They're not my fighter carrier fighters, are they? No, I think the Fairy Swordfish. No, that's the bomber. What's the carrier fighter? Right, the Osprey. So yeah, obsolete them. And the Gauntlet Interceptor is also old. And just hard switch over. And there goes all of my hard-earned production efficiency. But that's okay. And then for the carrier bomber and carrier fighter, right now we're doing the Swordfish and the Osprey. Again, I know we're not going to use many carriers, but I do want to know what's the kind of next step on those. This needs... The Gloucester Gladiator is required before you can get this. Gloucester Gladiator. Is that this? Yes. Damn, I didn't want to invent that. Or maybe we just have bad carrier fighters then. I mean, that's okay by me, honestly. Carrier Cass. Is this any good? You're not a carrier fighter, are you? No. It's probably got worse naval targeting. Yeah, worse naval attack, because this is a dive bomber, right? Yeah, whereas this carried... I mean, I think it did also do some dive bombing, but they carried torpedoes mostly, I think. Naval targeting is better. Reliability is worse. Costs more, uses more fuel. Much faster. Shorter range. Obviously can also attack the ground. I don't think we worry about them. I think we just stick with our swordfishes. They did some good work during the war, the swordfishes, so. But yeah, over to the Hawker. Oh, bollocks! We were meant to design a better Hurricane, weren't we? I guess I'll save up my air experience actually and just spend all of it on getting us like a well-designed Spitfire. There's the thing, and obviously we don't do this yet because we don't have the political power for it. What we do now is home defense, press censorship, early mobilization. We don't even have enough world tension, but that's okay because Japan should steadily cause world tension with their, assuming it's somewhat like vanilla, with their decisions to escalate the war in China. Because right now they have, where is it? Or is that not a thing in? Is that not a thing in this mod? The whole, like, they have to escalate the war steadily. Maybe it's not. All right, there's another one of those. Nice. Some of our League Intellectual Cooperation is helping us. Cool. League Intellectual Cooperation? Wait, what's that? It's not Commonwealth Research. What is that? Don't know. Anywho, we should. I mean, at some point we will need resource gain. I don't want to do these until fuel becomes a problem, but I know that's like just planning to be late to the party a bit, isn't it? I can also use this slot on aircraft? What freaking slot is this? Oh, one in Gloucestershire can do aircraft research and industry. Interesting. Well, maybe we do the Gladiator Interceptor so that I can get the better carrier fighters. How much better are we talking? I don't think carrier fighters are too big of a deal, though. They're much more agile. Well, quite a bit more agile, anyway. Better naval targeting. Better. They're quite a bit better. But for 160 days of research that could be on engineering, it's not worth it. I think it's not worth it. Give me that signals intelligence. Maybe if this slot is just, you know, lying fallow, I'll use it. But for now, I think we'll save it. Convoy sailing. Okay. These are mostly ahead of time, aren't they? Yeah, this one's not. Submarine attack could be good. And then we decided we were going to go down power projection, I think. Battleships and battle cruisers. But battle cruisers are not heavy cruisers. Right? The game wouldn't unhelpfully refer to two things as the same thing with it. No, it wouldn't. Good. What is the difference between a battle cruiser and a battleship? Oh, right. They're actually just different hull classes in Beist. Okay, I understand. In vanilla, I think a battle cruiser is just a... Am I crazy? Are they just smaller? Are they just ones you put smaller guns on? Battleship hulls you put smaller guns on in vanilla? I can't remember. Anyway, we're all about the Belfast now, so... Better mine sweeping. That could be good. Carrier deck size. Fleet logistics. You know, I think... Well, I don't know. Do I really want to save myself 40 days for 50 naval experience? That seems a bit intense, doesn't it? I do want this at some point, but I think what we need to research right now is actually some kind of useful item. Like... I mean, maybe it's time to get some better guns going. You know, some more torpedoes, more fire control systems. I mean, yeah, sure. Give me some critical hit defense. Go for it. Go for it. War support is obviously tanking, but we will get press censorship helping out with that. Oh no, is that another failed mission? No, that was a completed mission. Right, sorry, the sounds are still not quite gelling with me. Excellent, we got civilian administration, and it does give us 25 political power. I thought so. Okay, you two head on over. Build up those networks. And now we should have both assets. Yes, good. It's not super. Those are really, really small icons. Infiltrating the Air Force? I mean, seems like the next step, doesn't it? The other thing we could do is try and infiltrate the Italian Navy. Once we get them more operatives, I think that is what we might start doing. But yeah, for now... What does Coordinated Strike do again? Pair port strike and strategic bombing air missions in the target region, and they will strike as the operation completes and initiate war between us. Ah, that's right. Ellington retires. This officer has decided to retire. Happy retirement or keep him around? Stops being a Chief of Air Force. I don't think we have a Chief of Air Force. Oh, he's here. He's going to get... It's this guy. Ericsson Chancedown's going to go around. Yeah, sure. Political power to get rid of the Chief of Air Force. Sounds good. Obviously, we'll want a new one at some point. But for now, political power is gold dust. So that's great. I will infiltrate their Air Force just because we want to have all these infiltrations kind of in place. Does the success of a mission depend on the size of the local network strength? I think it doesn't. It kind of should. Feels like. Send these two in. Risk is minus 65%. It doesn't seem like a very meaningful number. Commence when ready. El Salvador resigns. Bastards. Port defense gives us a bunch of good stuff. But yeah, we have to go down to early mobilization as soon as possible, I think. More war support available in there as well. We can't do Military Training Act until we're actually at war. But yeah, get that press censorship going. And yeah, the base stability seems tasty. Although this production efficiency base and stuff, I'm tempted to go ahead of time on. But no, there's enough to be done. Let's get the... I mean, the thing is, monthly population up. Does that matter? Like, how much is the population realistically going to increase over the next 3 years? Because right now it's 0.07. And we're in... I mean, that's not... It's 68 recruitable people a month in London. Like, it's not very much, is it? The chance to get sick is handy, but... And the division recovery rate lower down is useful. And this is useful for the trickle back. But for now, I think it's not worth it. Give me the... Well, I think I should honestly hold off on taking this until we're at war. Because I think being at war is going to lower our stability by like 20% or something. And then we'll want some base stability. So I think I'm actually just going to save that for now. Let's go ahead of time on the computing machine, I think. Yes. Yes, I think that seems prudent. Because it's research speed across the board, right? So yeah, we're costing ourselves ahead of time penalties in one slot, but we're gaining, 2% on everything else. So that seems good to me. Yugoslavia requests the sale of airplanes. 50 fighters or diverted bomber production. Gives us 10% cost for 120 days. We can't spare anything. Do I want to send them 50 fighters? That seems like a lot. How many planes have I got? In fact, yeah. Did I close it? No, I keep forgetting that when you hit escape on things with decisions, it doesn't close them anymore. 50 fighters is a not inconsequential amount of our current air force, but our fighters do suck. So... Although, hang on, I forget. If you have 162 and they have some experience, right? Then you delete the air wing. And then you make it again with the same guys. Do they get the experience? They don't. Okay. Wow, and that's some pretty intense effects. I really like the additional levels of experience, by the way. 21 separate levels of experience. But yeah, I send some of these crappy fighters. I don't want to cost myself the production on the new fighters. You can send them from reserves. Yeah, 2% civilian goods that's lovely. That's lovely. Our current 30%, cool. Yeah, high stability is helping out. And yeah, the planes. I mean, they have some experience, so deleting them does cost me that experience. Do we want to send fighters out inexperienced? Is the question. They lose 10% agility, 10% attack. Like, I think it's not going to cost us 10% of our planes to train all of our planes, basically. So, does that make sense? Like it's going to give us about a a kind of. I mean, it's not as simple as this, but let's say, air attack and agility about, between them, like 12% or so. We're going to get about 12% better planes by training them. We're not going to lose 12 of the planes in the process. So what I think we should do, and I'm not going to apply this to carrier fighters, but for everything else, I am going to train them up a bit. I want to get them to at least... I haven't decided what level. And we're just not going to worry about the fact that some of them are going to, take hits here. It does seem worth it to run these training exercises, I think. They're training up nicely. And this is quick training. The Great Hong Kong Typhoon. Remove one naval dockyard from Hong Kong. Does that leave us with no naval dockyards in Hong Kong? I am, of course, by the way, fully expecting to lose Hong Kong to Japan. I don't know if there's an event around that, but... Ooh, Japan is fighting over here. Alright, new operatives. We could do with an Italian. No, shame. Seducer? Yeah. So we want a Seducer, or do we want a rescue cheaper? Rescue cheaper. Yeah, I think Seducer. Edith Wood, welcome to the party. Now we can maintain a spy network on Germany while also running operations against them. Exquisite. Talk to me about the German economy. They're up to 40 to 80 in military factories. Ouch. Ouch. And there is press censorship, so that's going to help at least on our war support. But, you know, obviously doesn't feel great, right? The war penalty is, yeah, it's lower when you're regulated press. And I can't do early mobilization yet because there isn't enough world tension. So instead, I'll start doing these for the war support. And the war support, as I've said, is just for the command power mostly. We're approaching the number we need. When you don't spend political power, it comes in fast. This is everyone deployed. I mean, we could train the carrier fighters, but you guys, your planes, are they experienced? No, they're also oversized. Let's not do that. I don't mean to undersize either, though. Airwings will not follow this carrier when it leaves the region. No, they should do that. To take out a couple of those. Okay. Now, you guys should really be doing some pilot exercises as well. Want to get them... Do they need a location before they actually do it? They don't seem to be gaining any XP. Oh, no, they are. They are. There's our invisible ink. And the Stormtrooper assault's done. The Stormtrooper assault slot should just go straight onto this. There's tons of bonuses in there. And the invisible ink... I've no idea. In fact, I feel like it's probably not, you know, strictly worth it to do all these upgrades. But I like the idea of trying to do a campaign where we don't just engage with the systems that are kind of strictly necessary, but actually engage with lots of them, just because they're, you know, they're fun. Intel gain strength modifier is good. It means we're going to be able to... Although, actually, let's take a look here. So, Invisible Ink is giving us 10% intelligence gains from infiltrated assets. Now, are these infiltrated assets? I mean, it makes sense, right? You get them, they're assets, and you get them when you infiltrate. So, how much are we seeing that here? So, for example, we have the army infiltrated. From operations. Is it showing up as from operations, and it's gone from 10 to 11? I guess that's what we're getting there. It's not amazing, is it? But I suppose it's only 4 civ factories, so sure, give me another one. The Republic of China seeks further cooperation. It means that we get cooperation, we get a non-aggression pact. We get assistance to China, which grants them... We get 1% of their civilian and military industry? That seems... Really? But yeah, sure. I partly just to know which way round that deal goes. I want to do that. They are doing United Front. Okay, I thought it was going to be us. So we lose 1% of our civilian and 2% of our military factories. That's okay. I'm okay with that. And they have all united. And here come the first major Japanese landings. We can't send volunteers, sadly. And I don't have high hopes for China. A subject may soon raise its autonomy. Ireland. Yes, fair enough. Free civilian factories yet again. We've got a lot of stuff built. Like we've been cranking on those civilian factories. I'm happy to see it. Though I would rather be building in these 40% areas rather than Northern England. Let's cut these down. Now we have the slots available down here. Good. We are, of course, just going to let them go. Right, so we have an option to withdraw support when we want to from China, if we want to. Port defenses is done. We'll just do gas masks next, I think. Can do gas masks straight away, right? Yeah, extra 5% war support. Ooh, and 15,000 manpower. Interesting. Okay, and the world tension is just high enough to allow it, which is good. Is that definitely what I want to do, rather than rearmament? Actually, no. I'm actually going to hold off on this, because we don't need it until January to get the air experience here. We're not going to do Scandinavian. And radar we don't need till June. I do want the June and the radar stations and stuff. Fund the Irish Home Guard. Interesting. Air defenses. More radar network stuff. Yeah, I think I'm actually going to do some rearmament. Is the next step. Yeah, so the island is going to become free very shortly. Which, you know, makes sense, historically speaking. Can't remember when they actually left the Commonwealth. For several months now, we've tried to secure an alliance with the Kingdom of Romania, if only to keep their oil out of enemy hands. A formal guarantee of military support in the case of war is a necessary step. Guarantee them or no? If I guarantee them, am I going to end up at war with the Soviet Union? We could always back down. They made Germany pay more for oil. Hilarious. It's a good move. And they're guaranteed by France already, so I imagine that gets taken away at some point. Sure, we'll guarantee Romania. Why not? What could go wrong? Early war with the Soviet Union is what could go wrong, but that would just be funny. Okay, so we don't want to overtrain these guys. Because there is a point where they stop gaining experience, which looks like it's trained crew. So yeah, these guys that are... But do they automatically stop? Or is it just that you get... I think you get more air experience for people that are training when they're at the cap for the levels that they can train up to. But you seem to be gaining it still. Oh no, still stuck at 9. Okay. So you guys that have reached the cap can stop. And we've got that. Yeah, I mean that's a 12-point swing on air attack and a 19-point swing on agility. That's pretty big. But we're not gonna go past that. So we've invented the new bomber. What else can I do with this slot? Still don't want to go ahead of time on that. Maybe we do invent some CAS. I mean, do I want CAS or do I want bombers? Are we going to try and bomb German shipyards? I don't like... one of the main weaknesses of HOI4, and this is not better in HOI3, although it does try more, is you can't see what you're doing. I can't see the impact of what I've done in an easy way, which makes me feel like I'm not achieving anything. When I do strategic attacks, that is to say, so attacking subs is better now. Not attacking subs, attacking convoys is more relevant now. You can kind of see its impact on supply better, but let's invent some recon planes. And yes, the Swordfish Carrier Bomber. How many of these do we have in reserve? We are still upgrading some with it. We need some naval bombers, but I don't think I can take away from anything else, is the problem. We've got 10,000 infantry equipment. How many infantry equipment do we need for one infantry division? 1,000? Okay. Okay. I will allow one factory to start getting some naval bomber production going. Cool. And our factories, we're going concentrated industry, so we are going to be vulnerable to air attacks. We really need to get a decent number of fighters available. I think it's little enough ahead of time that I am prepared now to hurl this into skills and training, because that 10% production efficiency cap is obviously nuts. That's I mean, once you reach it, that's a 20% improvement. A communist coup in Ecuador. Halifax visits Germany. We get Hitler's advice for minus 30 political power. Excellent. Pledges his support of the British Empire. Offers advice on how to deal with those in India seeking independence. Kill Gandhi, he advises. And if that's not enough, kill the other leaders too. Thanks, Hitler. Appreciate it. What a guy. No, instead, we're going to solve Indian independence by federalizing and normalizing rights across the Commonwealth, which is a much better approach. Alright. This is an anything slot. Yeah, the monthly population just really doesn't seem like it has much impact. I'm so tempted to do this ahead of time. Let's get the production efficiency base up for improved power grid. Because remember, that's stuff you don't even have to wait to grow over time. That's just where things start being 3% higher is a huge, huge input. It's the only thing we have to introduce. Oh, we actually have spare radio stuff now, so... Well, we can't quite afford to introduce it here, but introducing it into... Yeah, let's do this. Oh, we can't. We haven't got the tech. Haven't got infantry radios either. Well, we should introduce it into support battalions when we can, but we don't have the... Just don't have the number of radios right now, and I don't want to take us down below it. So we're stalled at 86, but here is a new asset coming in. New operative, I mean. No Italians. Demolitions expert. Making sabotage easier. Also strength and resistance. That could be useful in France. We will probably want to try and make some connections with the probable French resistance. Stealing blueprint risk, capture cyber. Oh, capture cipher effectiveness, not just speed. And he is a seducer. Linguist. Natural at picking up other languages. No, that's okay. People learn that quite quickly, I think. Let's get Arthur Leaper. The seducing safecracker. He sounds like a good main character for a film. If you put him here, yeah, it doesn't help this one. Oh no, it does. Okay. Okay, and is it like, do you need to go for coverage? I really didn't pay enough attention to how these intel networks worked. So now we've got some pretty good coverage. 50% on that. The rearmament program. Oh, something happened. Do we succeed? We did. Infiltrated their navy successfully. Good. Excellent. Received naval infiltration. No naval experience this time. Maybe you can only do that once. So we can. Oh, we can assassinate a naval commander now. Oh, and sabotage a ship. Blows up a small ship of our enemy. Cool. Why can't I blow up a big ship? Can't I send, like, what are they called? Those human torpedoes? Which sound like they're suicide weapons, but they're not. I don't think I want to do any of these, really. I mean, industrial blueprints could be good. I think we should start working on infiltrating Italy. I want to know about their goings-on. And we'll send in 2 agents. Wrong button. We'll send in 2 agents to try and get some good coverage. But apart from that... Oh, and there's the commander cupola and the standard gearbox. Okay. Give me the suspension. And Yorkshire. More engines. Gasoline or diesel engines. Okay, so this is a decision we have to make, really, isn't it? Do we want gasoline or diesel tank engines? I'd like to just pick one, rather than being too angsty about it. These are gasoline is cheaper, uses more fuel, is faster. It gives you more attack. Okay, gasoline wins. We're going to go with gasoline engines. So I'm going to do this ahead of time. We're going to get the improved tank armor, the improved tank design. Oh, actually, I should do this first, because this gives tank tech costs down. And yeah, then we're going to design our first tank. Island is just waiting for that. One more focus we can do before Imperial Federation, which I think is... not one of these. Well, I don't know. I don't know. Could do this for the electronics research bonus. It's only 10 days. Let's do that. Yeah, so now we need to get... The reason I want to infiltrate Italy is because I want to infiltrate their navy and know, like, how frightened I should be of their navy, basically. But, we will see. Fall of Shanghai. Shanghai, the Paris of the Orient, has fallen. Pretty major invasion. Looks like it could be not going amazing for them around Shanghai, though. BBC regular service television begins. Oh, hey, that gave me political power as well. Okay, that means war rages in the east. Germany's rearming or whatever. We got a conference to hold. Oh no, it costs 100 political power. Okay, I should. Let's be on the real safe side, 'cause I don't want to screw this up. Let's do this as well. In fact, let's do all of these. Sure. Test cricket, red telephone box service. You know those red telephone boxes? They're filling them with defibrillators at the moment, because no one uses them as telephone boxes anymore, because everyone's got a mobile, but they're fitting them with defibrillators, because they're easy to spot, and they're already, you know, wired into power and stuff, and on, like, busy streets and stuff, where you might need a public defibrillator. It's a really cool idea. I like that. Alright, these guys are almost exercised up. Let's have a look at the Navy. Planes, you guys exercised up? Not quite. We'll let them keep going. Hindenburg disaster. Oh, the humanity. No longer get World Fair renown, which was ticking up communist support, so that's fine to go away. And yes, I imagine the power of the Commonwealth. We might lose this when we do the autonomy, but we'll see. A British icon. We get some political power from that as well. Alright, well I am going to do this just, again, for the safe side, but BBC cricket on the telly. Blimey. Alright, good. We've got recon. Lancashire. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Lancashire being the air research place, as in Lancashire bomber. Well, we kind of might as well invert Spitfires now, I think. Only barely ahead of time. Do I want to build... I don't think I do want to build any air recon yet. What I do want to do, though, is say I'm not building these medium bombers, or these light bombers, or these heavy bombers. We might build the transports. I'm not building carrier CAS. I'm not building HINCAS. I'm not building flying boats. So, just to make this easier to read, basically. There's our invisible ink, which, if my maths is correct, should give us... This from operations 11 should go to 12. Yes, okay, good. So I have understood how that works, or at least it seems I have. Next, decryption power. I'd like to decrypt. I think we should actually go decryption power, because I want to decrypt Italy as well. Once we've done Germany, there's signals intelligence from a industry slot, and it's now December, which means I don't mind going ahead onto these next levels. 2%, I mean, 1% cost down on infantry and 2% on garrison is not very much. But you build a lot of infantry equipment. Well, actually, I mean, I haven't got that many factories on it right now. Give me the recruitable population. And there, once cricket, we've actually, I think I've way oversaved on political power, but that's okay. There's cricket on the telly. Fire the event. Keep calm and carry on. The Commonwealth is diminished. What? Because Ireland left. A nation has increased its independence. Did Ireland leave? They did. They're still in the Allies, though. Keep calm and carry on. 4% political power. Just Ireland leaving. No offense, Ireland. Just Ireland leaving has made 4% political power and 2 civilian factories. Come on. That seems... a little excessive, don't you think? I guess there probably, I mean, obviously will have been tons of trade back and forth. But still, I guess actually, that's worrying, because that means these dots down here, if it went down, you know, 2 more, we're practically into negatives, and then that probably means there's a kind of destitute Commonwealth situation down the other end. But none of that! The Imperial Conference! Maybe if I'd done this just a tiny bit earlier, we could have got Ireland to stay in, but... Our guy retires. We can keep him around, or we should have happy retirement. Cecil gives us army experience gain, division experience gain. Who's he going to be replaced with? Probably this guy for division attack. Well, I'd rather he stuck around, honestly. I quite like army experience gain % up. No, we'll take the political power, though. We'll take the political power. That's okay. Italy storms out of the league. We lose 15 political power and 1 base stability. That is not great. In doing so, he attacked the crowd. Sorry, he appealed to the crowd while attacking the League. That is disappointing. Spirit of the Naval Academy. Lots of good stuff we should set up in here, but again, I don't think we need any of these before the war starts. Alright, coming into 1938, and we have not deployed any new troops. I am a little concerned. Don't get me wrong. Decryption going well there. Alright, so at this high level of... Okay, we're back up to 70 now. When we've got this really high. I still can't get to 80. How are we ever going to get to 80? Like radar? I don't know. How are we meant to get to 80? Alright, what do we do there? Infiltrate the Air Force successfully. Good. I suppose cryptology is one way. Once we're decrypted, what does it give us? Is it 10%? It is 10%. Okay, that will push us to 80 then in our current situation. Okay, new operations. What I'm actually going to do, I think, is take one of these agents and send them over to Italy. So that we can try and gain this even faster. So how does it work? We need, to go against Italy, we need 35. But it means 35 in one province. But these two are like helping each other out. Slightly. But will it gain faster if I put them both in one state? I don't know how it calculates our degree of infiltration. It would be helpful if there was a kind of country by country breakdown I could see here. Or maybe I can see that here. Like, where's my degree of infiltration on this intel ledger? Well, I think I will send them both here. And we'll see what impact that has. I think one of these is going to have to hit 30. But then where does it subtract it from? Because it costs this much, doesn't it? Or does it just require this much? You can tell it's been a while since I played this game, huh? Okay, Imperial Conference is ongoing. Decision? Invest in construction research. It's interesting. What does that do? Gain a research slot? What? Holy hell. Yes, please. We can afford the political power. Amazing. Heck yeah. Northern Powerhouse, baby. Northern England gets... Excuse me, where is it? Did it take time? Where's my slot? Oh, here it is. Yeah, new research slot just for industry. Amazing. Okay. I mean, division attrition is good, but not urgent. Yeah, you know what? Northern Powerhouse, you go ahead of and get me concentrated industry a whole year ahead of time. Actually, just before I do that, is there something that's going to give me a production ahead of time bonus? I don't think there is, because there basically isn't any in here, and that's the main industrial tree, isn't it? So yeah, okay, new slot that I didn't know I had, so I kind of value less because, you know, bird in hand and all that. Give me concentrated industry 3 ahead of time, because 20% factory output, you know, separate from production efficiency, it's a mighty bonus to acquire. Let's build in the 40% first. I should also probably consider starting to build some like AA and things like that around the place, but I don't want to do it ahead of getting the focuses that give it to me for free, partly. Anyway, Imperial Conference is obviously the main thing just now. If we gained it when they got one level higher of independence, does that mean when I reduce the independence of places using the Imperial Conference, you know, tick down, I'm going to get more and more wealth from the Commonwealth? I mean, clearly it was capped out, as we can see from the kind of dots at the bottom earlier, but that would be good. Oh, the escalator clause invoked has kicked in, so we could actually make larger Belfasts. Interesting. But right now, we're focusing on the Imperial Conference. The 1938 Imperial Conference. In the next 2 months, representatives of the British government and the Dominions will gather in London. Let us push our agenda. Yeah, so it lowers their opinion of us by 100, but actually not really. They're still at 100. And then we find the section, and we have to do all these different things. I can't remember if you actually have to do these, but we're going to anyway. Imperial Federation is obviously the big one. We're going to do that last. First, we'll discuss Imperial Defense. It costs you 50 to do each, and, well, apart from Imperial Federation, obviously, as you can see, which costs 100. And then we're also going to do tremendous diplomatic efforts. And when I last read the code, which is in vanilla, so it's possible they changed it, but I don't think they have. It costs 50 to do this tremendous diplomatic effort to persuade the Dominions to agree. And when you do this, when they have more than 80 opinion, it's slightly different from Dominion to Dominion, but when they have more than 80 opinion, they're extremely likely to agree to your defense proposals and all that other stuff. And on Imperial Federation, they are guaranteed to agree as long as they like you enough. The fate of the Empire hangs in the balance. And we'll get the pop-ups in a second, saying hopefully that everyone agrees. And we'll see what it actually grants us. South Africa accepts, which means they lose some political power, but they get the Imperial Conference defense agreements, which gives them 3% factory output, dockyard output for 365 days. They also like us plus 10 because they approved one of the other things, and we get 1% factory and dockyard output for 365 days. And yes, everyone should hopefully... What is this? Revealed his expansionist plans to his generals. And they got married... Someone married, they resigned when they were annulling marriages. I don't care. India accepted. We get another 1% output on each. Canada accepts. Excellent. New Zealand and Australia both accept. Excellent. Which means we get 5% factory and dockyard output for a year. Pretty good. But it doesn't stop there. Imperial trade. Strongly pressure them. And this is why we had to save up all that political power. The cipher is decrypted. We'll look about that in a minute. Australia, yeah, so this sets them to free trade and gives us better trade relations with them, so we can buy more goods from them more easily. We've decrypted them. Let's just start decrypting Italy while we carry on here. Canada accepts, South Africa, New Zealand accepts, India accepts. Excellent. Next, imperial economy. And you have to do all this within this 53 days, which is why you have to save up the political power ahead of time. You can't just activate it and then do these decisions over time. New Zealand accepts, and South Africa accepts, India accepts, Australia accepts, Canada accepts. Okay, we've got 100% acceptance so far. Appeasement. The appeasement has not been without its critics. We must once more put forward this point for discussion and admit that perhaps a change in diplomatic tone is needed, but it requires the support of the Empire. Tremendous diplomatic pressure. And this is one of the ones I really want them to all agree to because it gives us war support. Depending on how many of them agree. South Africa accepts, which gives us 3% war support. New Zealand accepts, we get 3% war support. Australia accepts, we get 3% war support. Come on, India. India accepts, we get 3% war support. Heck yeah. Canada accepts, we get 3% war support. That is a full sweep, which means it's time for Imperial Federation. Ever since the previous century, voices have spoken up in favor of joining all parts of the Empire together into one Imperial Federation. Rather than progress further to the alternative of home rule involving independence, we will now put forward a motion to discuss it for the last time. And we will spend tremendous diplomatic effort to try and make sure they agree. Rule as one Commonwealth of Nations as a whole, as a truly federal imperial power. Now they should all agree. Let's see... They accepted. There it is. We will be stronger as one. Boom. And now it should end early. And we get the motion has been an amount of success. All parties will have to begin the long process of reshaping and integrating their governments on a federal level to ultimately facilitate the full integration of our territories. They all get federal integration, which gets daily autonomy progress gain -3. And the Imperial Federation also ends early, I think. Maybe not. But basically, now... I should have been doing a focus that whole time. Bollocks. Oh well. We can only do this when all 5 of those, that's New Zealand, Australia, India, South Africa, and Canada, are integrated... Oh, no, sorry, is territory, because I guess they've changed the possible tiers of things. Colony. Right, okay, they've changed the name of integrated puppet to territory. But we have to get them all the way down to territory, which is going to take a really long time and a lot of political power. But they are now all ticking in that direction and will tick in that direction at some pace. Sorry about the dog. Again, I don't know if you can hear that. They're ticking in that direction at some pace. 3 a month autonomy. Is it a month? Let me take a look here at India. No, sorry, 3 a day is a lot. To put that in comparison, if India goes down their ahistorical independence movement, right, it gives them 0.4 autonomy progress a day. So it's a lot. It's still going to take years, but we have now set our foot down the road towards Imperial Federation. Let's go. We're now free to spend political power, of course. Also, yeah, back up to 20 war support, fortunately. Electrical concern could be good. Electronics research speed would be advantageous. Ooh, we get army experience gain if we get an infantry guy. Oh, any of these give us army experience gain. Bollocks, we should do one of those. We should definitely do one of these for the army experience, basically. Do we want infantry equipment, assault equipment, and machine guns cost down? Light vehicles, motorized, and heavy transport trucks cost down. I think probably small arms. There's a lot of different small arms. And if you run out of small arms more than anything else, that's when you kick yourself, right? So give me that. And then next, focus-wise, I still can't do this, right? No. Oh, sorry, not that. This. We need 10% world tension. Which will probably be Anschluss, I guess. It'll give us that. And now, I could still do these. So what does Ireland do these days? It just gives them, hang on, Munster, Leinster, and Connaught. I don't know how you say that, I'm sorry. This just gives them a bunch of factories. There's not much point in that since they're not my puppet anymore. But we'll see. Oh, they're going true independence. Presumably this kicks them out of the allies. Yes, they leave allies. Cool. Declare neutrality or prepare for war. They're going to go neutrality because they're not authoritarian or fascist. Okay. Ooh, I wonder if what is this? Are they going to attack me? Be interesting. So yeah, we've successfully decrypted the German Reich, which gives us, you see it here, don't you? Yeah, spotting speed, convoy raiding effectiveness, positioning is better against them, and we have the extra intel bonuses, which means, oh my god, we got 79 bleeding intel against them. Give me, you move a bit, move to here, and bring one of these guys up and go here. We need to get a bit more, just a bit more to get to 80. So I can actually see the designs on their ships. Oh, I should also save after having done all those important events, just in case I mess something up. Alright, there we go. 80. Which means we don't get to see their fleet count. Why does that matter? Because don't we already see, like, locations? No. Anyway, so can I, like... How do I see their naval designs? How do I... ship variant design details. Oh, just by hovering. Okay, so we don't actually see the things they put on it. We just see... Okay. So they're pocket battleships. They have 1 Graf Spee and 2 Deutschland class ships. This guy has heavy attack 16. Well, what are the most important things here? Speed. 27 knots. 27 knots. Okay, so, for example, my Belfast new armoured cruiser can outrun their pocket battleships. Also, 23... Can I have this up while I look? Yes. So this is the main comparison I'm interested in. Their pocket battleships versus my Belfast. They have slightly more heavy attack. Oh, no, sorry. Worse heavy attack, but significantly better heavy piercing. They also have put some torpedo attack on their battleships. They have armor of worse than my armor, and I can pierce their armor, definitely, by 5. They have 4 anti-air, which is way worse than mine, obviously, because we put ludicrous numbers of AA on here. We are more visible on the surface. These guys are a bit less visible. What's the difference between these two, by the way? The Graf Spee is just slightly more armored, so more strength. Strength-wise, I actually blow them out of the water as well. Oh, it feels good. They cost about the same, even though mine is a heavy cruiser and theirs is a pocket battleship. Although I'm pretty sure the Royal Navy identified pocket battleships as heavy cruisers. They have pre-dreadnought ships? What the hell? That is, those are old. So what about their destroyers? Oh yeah, and speed-wise, The fact that we're just massively outpacing them, well, not massively, but 3 knots, and my destroyers even more, that makes me feel good. That means we should be able to run away from them if we need to. Obviously, those are our more modern vessels. Meanwhile, Jesus Christ, the destroyers are going 40 knots. So that's where we might have trouble. We're not going to be able to catch these destroyers. But they have almost no AA, so we might be able to get at them that way. And they have all these escorts. I haven't bothered building escorts, but... Alright, how about your light cruisers? 32 knots, 31 knots. Okay. So they're pretty fast, and they've got 30 torpedo attack. How does that compare to my destroyers? Like the Gordon class. 36 sub-attack. So we have got higher sub-attack, but they are faster. We might want to bump up the engines on our Gordon classes to try and match that. But that's interesting. Okay, and then their subs. They've got coastal submarines and submarines. No cruising submarines? No. Okay. So these guys are going at 12 knots, so obviously our destroyers easily catch them. And they've gone with, relatively high torpedo attack. 14 on the coastals, and the main submarines 25. But not very many subs. More coastal than anything else. And they're also, about the same cost as ours. Sub visibility 1? No. What? That can't be right. 1. Hang on, these are at 15. Did I misread it? I misread it. Okay. That's surface visibility, my bad. 17, 16, 15. Okay, well, our sub-detection... I don't know if those numbers directly fight each other, as it were. But our sub-detection is 15, which is lower than it could be. But we are about to add some radar, which will help for certain. And we're way faster than their subs, obviously. So if we spot them, they shouldn't get away, as long as we can keep them spotted. And how much more visible than they are they than my subs? A little bit. Okay. Interesting. Well, that's good to know. Next, focus. We will pay more attention to that. Some spy stuff in a second. Oh yeah, and we should just look at these. So we can get another, so 0.3, which is only, 10% increase on that. But then we can get weekly stability, research speed and stuff from that. Research speed, but production's down from that. Research target down. Excuse me. We got some production per plant, and then we can do construction engineering, which gives you 10% in exchange for 2% consumer goods. Okay. Well, I think it's time. I'm going to go... I want to do all of these. I want to do absolutely all of these. So I think I'm just going to start doing them and plow through a whole bunch of these over this year. And then just break out to here when available, basically. Now, do we want to prioritize the Air Force, the Army, or the Navy? It's 600 days. I'm not convinced I need very many more naval dockyards in the short term. So maybe in the 38 rearmament program, we prioritized the dockyards. Oh, that's dockyard output. And this is cost of fighters and bombers, and this is cost of infantry equipment. Whereas this is construction. Because the thing is, what I would actually build right now would be military factories, honestly, rather than shipyards. I think. That's just where I would focus, because we need more military factories just to make it kind of plausible. So if we focus, and you can see that these have multiple bonuses, right? One from taking them and one from if you focus on that particular one. So you get some military factories there. You get... Oh, these are good, though. Industrial cost down on cruisers. A naval doctrine and an extra dockyard there. And yeah, decimate. Okay, we're gonna go naval rearmament. I think it's what we need for the global empire, right? So I think that's what we're gonna do. Now, spies. What can we do against Germany? We could start trying to just sabotage German ships over and over. Or assassinating naval commanders. It's probably risky, right? Yeah. Does it tell you who it is? Yes. Can I see their... No, I can't see who their, like, what their stats are. Well, let's focus on Italy for a moment here, as I said I would. And yeah, we want... Send in the linguist, because I'd like him to become Italian. And then the infiltrator, maybe? Or the seducer? Well, one of you is almost a linguist, right? Yeah, just these two know how to work well together. Let's send them in. And you guys... We have seen little to no subversive activity against us recently, so let's just keep building these networks abroad. Spanish Republic still hanging on down there. And yeah, I am just going to dismiss the... You've broken the thing. Right, next thing to research... I think I need to get... Yeah, I need to get these tank things done so we can start building a tank. And this guy is ready for ship tech. It's 38, obviously, which is going to bring a bunch of new ones available. Like advanced fire system. Fire control, rather. Let's get that done. And we'll probably want to put that straight onto ships. I think fire control is one of the ones that's relatively cheap to retrofit. I'm not going to retrofit all my ships, but we might retrofit some of the, you know, the modern ones that we've deployed. Let's put the Belfasts. These guys are important. There is the Anschluss of Austria. This violates the Versailles Treaty. No world tension from that, huh? That doesn't seem quite right. We can't see their current focus until you're at 70? Seems like a bit of an ask. Da, 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 da. Oh, actually, you know, I was talking about how you can't see the impact of bombing. This actually is really good for that, isn't it? What do you need for this? Convoy count and history. I don't actually see it in this tick-off link. Chiang Kai-shek asks for mediation. He asks for a 9-power treaty conference meant to be convened to consider possible means of hastening the end of the renewed conflict that has broken out. This conference will be held in accordance with the 9-power treaty to be held in Brussels. China has also invited Germany as a long-time friend to attend. As a signatory, we must attend or ignore our treaty obligations. Sure, I'm interested to see how this works out. Whoa, what the hell? Ah, the reformed government of Republic of China, which is a Japanese puppet. I thought suddenly the communists were making a huge win in this north. So I guess they can hand states over to them. The Royal Navy has done. We no longer get the effects of steady as she goes. And the Imperial Conference is timing out, but that's fine. We've done everything we want to there. I'm tempted to do this now. Yeah, give me that army experience. It's only 10 though. It's so little. Yeah, let's not do that. Next focus. So these give us air experience and air bases. This gives you a military factory and a small arms factory. This gives us a capital shipyard and 2 naval dockyards and 50 naval experience. Holy crap, we're actually approaching capped on naval experience. We need to spend some of this. What we should do is spend it on boosting some techs. Don't let this finish before we do that. There's housing 2. Good. That was this one, right? Yeah. I want to let a couple more Commonwealth people get this before we invent it, I think. I seem to have lost my Commonwealth bonus for the fuel gain. That's odd. We will need more fuel in the fullness of time, obviously. And more stability. Retention 5% is pretty good. What slot is this? You can do electronics and air. Right, we should do electronics. Yeah, give me the radar. The radios. No, give me the radar so we can put it on ships sooner. I think that's the way to go there. No more winter heating. Improved power grid. This is an all-purpose, isn't it? Yeah. I think we throw that on a naval one to use up some of this experience. So something that's, you know, useful and imminent. I guess we start going down power projection. Get 100. There's 100 experience we can spend productively right there. Going down a bit on fuel. We should get some of the fuel techs eventually, because the Navy is going to balloon, obviously. It's Christie suspension. Got this already. Let's get the next chassis. I guess we're only going to build this chassis. It's always tempting to not start forever. Like you just push it back and delay on the next thing to build. But okay, I guess the Cruiser Mark III is the one we're actually going to build. Yeah. Okay, and then improved tank designs is obviously a good one for us to be getting out there. French economy crippled by inflation. The French are much weaker than we thought. No good. They have huge inflation. They've got a stagnant economy. They've got Victors of the Great War hurting them. The fall of Nanjing. Isn't it Nanking? Maybe it has, I'm sure it has a different name in Japanese and Chinese and English, just to further complicate things. But yeah, not looking so hot for China right now, obviously. They're getting hammered. We'll see if they can fight back. I'm sure there's, there'll be logistical problems for, oh, there it is. Backup operations is active. There'll be logistical problems as they try and get close, further in, but the Supermarine Spitfire Mark I, a beautiful machine. Awesome. Next plane to invent. Ahead of time on the Mark II. Do I want the Mark II or do I want the Paul Defiant? It's less agile with higher air defense, lower range, lower air attack. This seems rubbish. Uses a bit less fuel. It's cheaper. Fair enough. I think we go ahead of time on the next Spitfire using a dedicated Lancashire air slot. And it is time to stop building the Hurricane and instead start building this Spitfire. And let's try and spend some of this experience finally. So we could put a canopy on it, which gives it a bit more agility, a bit more reliability. Costs a bit more. About 3% more. Airframe. Oh, you can put multiple points of airframe on it. Okay, gives it some air defense, some range. Not much though. Some reliability, some agility, some max speed. Fuel capacity is obviously just going to be range, but at the cost of agility and stuff. I think I'm quite happy with its range, honestly. Drop tank, obviously, is going to give it big range, but lost agility and more cost. Airborne Radar. I can put that on it before it actually has any... We've invented radar, apparently. More air attack, more naval targeting, more agility. An engine, it's probably the classic, right? Yeah, more speed, less range, more of that. Bit more ammo capacity and some light cannons. Ooh. Giving it some more, some ground attack. Probably not actually. Some less agility, but more air attack. Some maintenance seems prudent. I do want more reliability, because we don't want these things dropping out of the sky. I think that's what we'll do. Bit of engines, bit more ammo capacity, and some proper maintenance. Save that up, and let's do a hard pivot. It's going to cost us, obviously, on the production, but I think these we will produce for quite a while. Ireland becomes independent. Not surprising move. Ireland has announced it will no longer answer to England as a dominion. They have also distanced themselves to any formal alliances. No choice but to accept the move. In no small part due to a treaty established in 1922. Sure thing. The Commonwealth is diminished. Again? Ireland hit me twice on the Commonwealth is diminished? Come on now. That doesn't seem right. They were independent already. Nuts. Oh well. Improved fire control system. Good. Next. I don't think there is another system I need to invent this year. Doesn't look like it. Except dissymmetric radar, I guess. When are we getting radar tech? 60 days yet. Okay, so we'd like to do a short tech followed by radar, and then we'll do a refit to add radar and better fire control systems. So, yeah, perfect. Give us some better small caliber piercing shells, and I'll spend the naval experience because we're getting plenty of that. There's naval rearmament. Good. Fleet in being. Oh, that's interesting. After completing the first one, it's broken the localization further down in the tree in terms of branch focused. Curious. Cruiser could cost down. Seems like a good one. Get the light cruiser research bonus as well. Could we? Sorry, give me a naval slot. When are we actually inventing another cruiser? When it says light cruiser, what does it mean by that? Because you just invent cruisers rather than light cruisers. So I'm not quite sure what that means. Anyway, amphibious warfare gives us some marine technology. Don't need that. Naval doctrine, some bonuses on that would be nice though. And then obviously we're trying to get down to another research slot. I missed that. Is there another research slot in here? No? Okay, we're going to beeline a truly modern navy. Give me that extra research slot. Yeah, absolutely. That's a no-brainer. Okay, we've got 2 free slots. What are we not building enough of right now? We could actually build. Yes, let's get some more of our little Titchy class ships going. Give me both on that. But then the next thing I want you to build. And I don't know if I should be using escorts rather than destroyers. I think I'd rather use like decent destroyers. We've only got one thing of Gordon classes right now, so let's put another one in there. Yeah. Seems good. Speaking of which, let's merge our new ships into the main fleet so that they can keep training. These guys should be splitting off to repair. These guys are taking some pretty big dings. We can lower the autonomy of New Zealand. Well, this is an interesting opportunity to find out, A, does this cost political power? Yes, but only 50. And the change is basically just they give us more trade. But we should do this because they're at best speed, because their autonomy tick down doesn't continue when they're not at the lower level, I believe. To test that, we'll wait 1, 2, 3 days and see if they go down to full autonomy at the next level down or not. You lose some of the tech sharing bonus, which is unfortunate, but okay, boom. So now they are a colony, and once they get to protectorate, is that when they start giving us stuff? No, they have to. Protectorates don't even give us any factories. It's actually only territories that give us factories. Shame. But yeah, so are you? Oh, I actually can see that from here, of course. New Zealand, are you? Oh, it did keep ticking down in the background, it looks like, actually. Okay, okay. Good to know. Good to know. We could do with... I mean, Egypt and Burma and these guys presumably have almost no factories. Yeah, I mean, there's some in Egypt, but not enough for me to really want to try and lower them. Oh, why did I send 2 to same place? I just want to keep the network spread. Yeah, good reconnaissance on them. What can I see about their army? I can see how much stuff they have stockpiled. Ooh, including how many planes they have stockpiled, which I kind of thought would be under here. You have between... Yeah, I'd need some more intel on that. Freud has arrived in London. Some decryption. Crap. Agent captured. Right, in Germany. Well, immediately send out a rescue mission. Darn, preferably one of these two, but I guess we'll send the Seducer. Good luck. Chile has resigned from the League of Nations. That's a shame. There's the improved tank design. So the armor, the improved ergonomics are the last 2 things we need before I can invent this darn tank. Ah, and this slot is actually not available for that. But didn't it just invent? No, this one did. Give me that. You, meanwhile, Maybe this ahead of time? I mean, these are so tempting ahead of time because they're so impactful. 25% production efficiency growth. It's crazy. Let's finally get fuel. Fuel is beginning to tick down now. So, you know, it's a tiny bit concerning. What am I using it so much on? Just the Navy? We're not using 4,000 though. Oh no, sorry, it's the civilian economy, of course. Yeah, civilian economy is what's causing all that. Now, you guys who are training, you should be trained up all the way, right? Yeah, so we can stop you guys training. You two can merge, can't you? Is that the same icon? No, they're actually very slightly different. Okay. Who's still flying? Ah, yes, these guys. You can stop your training too. Britannia rules the waves. We get some naval tech bonuses, and then 4 more dockyards coming up. 3 factories. Go, civilian economy. We'll even build in Wales. It's not as good infrastructure there, but actually we should probably build up in the north first. Lothian and Lanark. Right, new government modification. Give me... Oh, interesting. Lancashire needs a certain number of dockyards for these. They give 5% dockyard output? Are you kidding me? These are all so good. It's crazy. Fighter industrial cost down 5%. These are all crazy good. We need all of these things. What was the economic minister? Oh yeah, we were going to get the... I was going to get the captain of industry. I guess we get the war industrialist now. But we only need that once we make the pivot. Yeah, we need one of these guys. So, which one do I want? Large cruiser and capital ship armor up. Convoy defense. Light cruiser escorts, destroyers. Max range depth charges, sub detection up. Probably that. Oh, you can't do this till 1939. Fleet escorts. Destroyer escort, and torpedo boat up. Destroyers are often what get got. And light cruiser, AA light cruiser, and destroyer research speed. Yeah, give me that. Give me that right away for the mostly for the dockyard output, honestly. Yeah, and a lot of things into repair right now. But they don't take very long to repair, so I think we do keep doing it. Having all this naval experience pouring in is obviously pretty nice. Alright, so we've got a bunch of decisions we can take, but I need the... After spending all of that political power on the Imperial Federation, we need to, need to keep what we've got left. But yeah, the construction speed bonuses from that especially are pretty nice. So we're about to have 4 slots free. Could put another Belfast into production. In fact, yeah, you know what? Give me 6 Belfasts. No. Because I want to redesign. Give me more Gordons. Because you always need more destroyers than you think. Always. We can lower the autonomy of another subject. Who's that? Australia, huh? Come back to being a colony. Cool. The names don't really fit for the idea of moving towards, a federal system, but that's okay. Oh, that's annoying. He doesn't contribute towards operatives towards the spy master when he's a colony. So we're going to lose spy slots as we do this. That's frustrating. That's why one of them's already gone. I wondered why it said 5. I thought it was because one was captured, but no, she's the captured one. She's still there. Unfortunate. Missing equipment production. Close air support, light bomber, medium armor. Yep, that's all known and all good. So something we should probably consider doing is trying to reorganize the Navy a bit. I guess we'll do that in January. There's the revitalization, and a truly modern Navy also gives you 3 bonuses for the radar. Excellent. But yeah, the extra research slot for that is lovely, of course. And the thing is, yeah, if we can dominate the waves, I mean, the skies are also really important, of course, but if we can dominate the waves, we can hold on. We can maintain a global empire, global federation, without too much trouble. Now, 1939, we're not quite in yet. Better torpedoes. It's only for submarines, though. It's not as relevant. We're not using heavy torpedoes. I might struggle to find things for these slots to do. Maybe I should get the advanced thing the advanced destroyer and cruiser hulls way ahead of time. Or maybe we should use a destroyer escort rather than our destroyers and go ahead of time on that. Presumably destroyer escorts are cheaper than the ones we're using right now, because right now we're using full-on destroyers. Yes, they're quite a bit cheaper. Less reliable. Same kind of strength. Yeah, okay, let's invent some destroyer escorts. And maybe we pump out some not very good anti-sub warfare destroyer escorts. There's the engines and the radar, which means we're very close now. Improved ergonomics and the cruiser, and then we're good to go. Better armored car would be good, but I can't do that with this slot. It's 38. Are there any other planes I want in 38? How is the Sunderland flying boat? Oh, it can lay mines. And it can minesweep. Interesting. Is it also better in other areas? Whoa, it's way more expensive. That's a much bigger plane. Yeah, wow, it's incredibly expensive. Okay, but this is basically a mine-laying plane. That's the function of this plane. Okay, yeah, we're not going to use those. I'm fine laying mines with boats, I think. Could be way wrong, but that's just something I'll have to live with. Infrastructure works. The supply range and infrastructure construction speed is going to be really relevant later, especially. Let's grab that. Break our lass out in Germany, and then we will just keep spying, just for the knowledge, basically. Sub counts are increasing. We got any more big ships? No. In fact, we've lost certainty that they even have as many big ships as we thought before. There's power projection done. That's a naval slot, so that'll be able to work on our radar. Oh, it's the all-purpose one, in fact. Okay. Well, in that case, we've got everything we need for the new tanks, right? Why can't I get this? Requires steel industry. Crap. Requires steel industry. Crap. Which one is that? It's this one, isn't it? Bollocks. I didn't realize that the other things were locked behind that. That's really important. Those are really important techs. Really important. Darn it. That's not good. These are really important, but oh well. Well, with this guy able to do anything, let's get... Oh crap, we got 38. Oh, there's so much tech I haven't done. All right, yeah, let's get some anti-tank rifles going. And we've got a lot of infantry equipment stuff we need to invent. All right, did we get her? Oh no, we infiltrated Italy. Okay, that's still good. Don't let our network down there decay too much. And meanwhile, we can lower the autonomy of someone. Canada, yeah. We won't have to do this constantly, because once South Africa comes down, it'll be a while before anyone else. And yes, of course, Canada might be able to promote, but they won't. There goes Venezuela. Okay, new mission against Italy. I'd love to infiltrate their navy. Send the linguist again. And Elizabeth, I think. Go for it. I want to know about their navy. Got absolutely nothing at the moment. They've got crap tons of ships. That's basically all we know. Okay. Still not enough world tension. China doing a bit of a pushback, it looks back. Siege of the Greater Middle East, representatives of Turkey, Iran, Iraq, and Afghanistan have met. Treaty of Sadabad was signed, formalizing a 5-year non-aggression pact. Cool. Good for them. And now do we get her out? Yes, good. She's free. You can go back to spying on Germany for me. Still no enemy activity against me on the spy network front. So let's just send someone down here because these two are about to get pulled into the mission so she can keep the network going in their absence. New decisions. Military parade in London. I mean, I do want to do this, but I have to do some war games. We need to actually freaking get our infantry divisions set up. I forget what combat width we decided was the best. We have no support anti-tank in these divisions. Some cav anti-tank seems appropriate. I really haven't been thinking enough about our actual army, have I? The territorial division is just infantry, light infantry, a little bit of anti-air, engineer, recon, motorcycle reconnaissance, car field hospitals, and cavalry logistics. Do we want cavalry logistics? I'm going to swap it out for light vehicles. What's the advantage? Uses less supply. It's going to use more fuel though. A lot more fuel to do motorized logistics. Becomes a bit heavier. Really doesn't seem like a good idea, does it? Okay, it does use less supply, which I guess is important, but it's not a huge amount less. I'm still not going to worry about that because I just don't have the army experience. We'll just have to use what we've got for now, basically, and then we'll see what we can do. Yeah, we're decrypting Italy still. Oh, you know what I'm not doing? I'm not upgrading anything. I'm not very worried about people breaking my cipher. It seems like a very short-term problem, and I know the AI, or I feel very confident the AI doesn't use the fact that it can see like your ship designs and stuff. Let's beef up our departments so that we can get more intel on who's doing what. Recommission of the HMS Argus. It was recommissioned and partly modified. Yeah, I don't really care. We have no need. Let me design my own ships. New ships becoming available. Right, this is because the Belfasts are becoming finished. Yeah, I'm not going to commission new heavy ships in the immediate future. We're just going to plow out a bunch of Gordons. Because I want to upgrade the fire control systems. So give me, and also actually give me one more line on anti-sub. I feel like we're going to have too many anti-sub ships at this rate, but we'll see. We will see. Tour de France again. Okay. Good. Any other... Right, we could do some more war propaganda. Yeah, we should really. There's our truly modern navy, finally giving me that research slot. Felt like that took an age. Give me the Naval Radar. There it is. Give me that disometric radar, and then once we've got that, we can do our next round of ship design. It should be some relatively minor upgrades. Next research slot, focus rather. Refitting speed and cost would be quite nice. So we are about to refit a bunch of ships. There's all kinds of stuff that would be nice, though. But this just gives you fuel storage too, doesn't it? Let's do that real quick. And now we're feeling okay on supply. Let's put a couple of infantry divisions into production. Not many, because we don't have the manpower, but some more. Okay, good. And operations are, yeah, underway. We've got 3 guys spares. We could do something else. I could launch a second one against Italy and let our German network decay a bit. I think I will do that. Let's infiltrate... Yeah, let's infiltrate the Italian army. With this guy. They're both getting there on Linguist. She's an infiltrator as well. Yeah, launch that when ready. And we'll just let the German network decay down a little bit. Now I've had a look at their navy. Though, actually, also, let's take a look at their Air Force again. They don't seem to have very many modern planes, modern fighters especially. I'm pretty sure these are both pretty old. I don't think they're going to be a match for the Spitfire. God, it's costing us so darn much political power to do these lowerings. Yes, subject may soon raise economy. What was the... Oh crap, I didn't spot. What was the tech we just got? I closed it too quickly. And what can this slot do? Right, this is the almost everything, the new one. We do need new cars, but we urgently need all these extra... Yeah, like new mortars and stuff, especially. Give me this one just because we have a bigger Commonwealth bonus from it. Okay, and there's that, which is giving us fuel storage. Let's do some army rearmament so I can do... It doesn't give us factories, does it? This one does, though. Requires all of the following fighter command. Yeah, actually, let's do some of these for... Oh, it's motorized equipment. I was hoping for some, small arms bonuses. I can't do this. Completed 2 of the following focuses, army rearmament and naval rearmament. Okay, so we should probably do, like, naval rearmament and then straight into 38. Because I bet there's some more down here that will be really good for us. Yeah, some of these require at war. Yeah. Man, there's so much I want. Okay, no, we've got to get the cruiser cost down. Is really nice. Let's get the cruiser cost down. Is it time to switch from... You know what? It definitely is, isn't it? I think we might have stayed on civilian factories for too long. But we're on civilian economy still. I think that is true, though. I think we've wasted too much time. We're just going to wait for ergonomics before we do the new tanks. Oh, which means I now have a slot with nothing to do with it. I guess we'll get the new armored car. New England Hurricane, sure. Alright, so there's the tank we're going to use. And in fact, I'm so confident that's the tank we're going to use. Just obsolete literally everything else. Also, our new boys, merge them in. But if they are subs, split them straight back out again. Cool. And also, in fact, subs. Let's consolidate our global submarine fleet all together, and we can position them from there. Okay, so tech-wise, we're just waiting on 12 days till decimetric naval radar, and then we will do some more ship redesign. Decisions available, so we can do Air Force war games. No, I have to do Army war games. Have to. Oh, you can get more operatives from this. Ah, I want that too. But yeah, this is what we need. China has cancelled their non-aggression pact. That seems ill-advised. We also are losing fuel now. We're not exercising anymore, right? Not seeing any planes flying around this. It's just maybe we should... yeah, the older ships. The ships who aren't the ones near London. Let's have them cease their naval operations. Which is going to get us gaining fuel. Yeah, year till full. And we could obviously import more if we needed. Alright, there's the new anti-tank rifle. Give me the new mortars next, I think. And yes, we do need to switch over production to the new anti-tank. Well, that's interesting. It automatically started some. Oh, not switch over. These are brand new, aren't they? Yeah, which means they're an introduction thing. We're going to need a bunch to do that. Let's put them as a high priority and put 2 on them as soon as we can. Desert warfare equipment's not that much of a priority, but Yeah, we'll put 2 on those as soon as we can, just because we have to, you know, we have a lot of production efficiency to catch up on versus our production of everything else. Oh, we actually have this going up. Oh, right, because the preliminary war propaganda. I just thought suddenly something had changed radically and that was going in the right direction. Got myself all hopeful. Okay. Next up, mine laying damage would be good. Are we ready for these new advanced smaller batteries? I don't think so. They're ahead of time, but I mean everything's ahead of time right now. Apart from like max range and organization, spotting efficiency. Yeah, no, that's really good. We should get this and spend on it. Okay, so time to design some new ships. So, first off, have we finished building the where's the other Belfast class? There it is. Oh, I put this on Infinite. I didn't mean to do that. Darn it. Lots of things waiting to be repaired right now. Oh, because we just put all the doctrines back in port. That's right. And there's no hurry to repair them, so I don't mind them being done one by one. So, time for some new cruisers. The 20 class is due for an upgrade. So first off, let's make one that we can refit to. So I think adding this is cheapish. Yes, it's not super cheap. Refit cost is already 747. I haven't changed anything. Wait, what? How does that work? I guess it's just a base refit cost. Anyway, we're going to add some radar. It gives them a bunch more surface detection and better anti-air slightly. Yeah, we're going to have radar. Next, we have got better subdivision, but that's very expensive to refit, so we can't do that. Better fire control, not too expensive to refit, and a bit more reliability. Yes, please. No new one on that. We did get better fire control system, I believe. Yes. I think that is worth refitting. AA fire control, no better on that. So the main battery, I'm pretty sure we've not developed this at all. It was a 12-gun small, 12-gun main battery. Yeah, we haven't improved these. It's already the advanced one, right? Yeah. Hull form, obviously, we're not going to be able to change. Armor, we're not going to be able to change in a refit. AA, I don't think we've upgraded. No, we probably should upgrade build some more AA. And these ones are not the ones that have the whatever they're called, the throw carrier thingamajobs. Catapult aircraft, that's the one. Yeah, so I think that's it. It's a very small change. Just adding some radar and a better fire control. It's a 20 class MK2, and that's relatively cheap. So we'll save that. But then we also want to make a wholly new variant, which has advanced subdivisions, which is a big increase. Well, it's not that big, but it's pretty big. And what else was it? That was the only big one, I think. Yeah, I think so. I think that's the only real change, but that's not a plausible refit. So this needs to be a new class entirely. So it's the divided 20 class. You know what? You know what? That makes it the 10 class, right? New subdivisions and it's 20 class. 10 class. Perfect. And this is being saved as new. Good stuff. So 20 class ones, if we have any in production right now. Don't build any more of those. And the only 20 classes that will exist will be in this fleet. Let's find them. Hawkins class, London class, Belfast class. Yeah. 20 class. Okay, yeah. Upgrade to the 20 class MK2. This will take 21 days, that's fine. Upgrade to 20 class MK2. Anyone else? Is that really? We only built 2 20 classes? Wow. It takes a long time to build ships, huh? I know everyone knows this, but... Okay, and then... Are there any 20 classes in here? No. Okay, so that's the cruisers. We also have the new upgraded version. And the other thing, I wanted a spotting light cruiser. So a variant of the 10 class, which is slightly counterintuitively better than the 20 class. This with the floating airplane hangar. Float plane catapult and hangar, rather. And I think that's the only change I need. Or maybe we should try and make it keep up with the destroyers as well. These are going 21.1 already? Okay, well, it's already keeping up with them then. So it's a spotting, it's a catapult. It's a float plane catapult. Alright, this is a float class. Float class MK1, and this is a spotting cruiser. Is there such thing as that? CVE? CL? What's a CVL? Escort carrier. Right, of course, CV. What's a CVL? A light carrier? It's not really a lighter carrier, is it? CVB? What's that? Large carrier. CS? Scouting cruiser? Yeah, scout cruiser. Perfect. Okay. There's a scout cruiser, same kind of range, slightly slower. Float class MK1. Save as new. Good. So we don't need very many of these. I just want kind of one of these. But we do need... Well, when I say I don't need very many of these, we don't need very many of them, but we need... in the long run, but we need a lot of them right now. Ah, that's not what I meant to make. Oh, no, it was. Sorry, float class it was. Give me a bunch of those. Because we need kind of one of these, ideally one of these per set of, like, scout destroyers. So I'm going to put a whole bunch of these into production. And it's going to kind of throw them... No, we don't need to do that. We don't need to do that. Let's be sensible here. Put 2 of those in. How much done is this already? Can you see that anywhere? I mean, I know the bar, obviously, but can you see like the precise number? I'm tempted to just cancel the production of this 20 class cruiser. Man, I don't know. Let's make slightly fewer subs. Okay, so the Belfasts are coming out. Let's make the... Yeah, we're going to have 2 things on float classes. And then 1 on the 10 class to start with. And we'll probably revamp towards more 10s in the fullness of time, but we need some floats early on. Now, let's do the destroyers. So, Gordons. New variant of them. Refittable variant of them. With the new better fire control. But not the new subdivisions, but the new damage control. And that's it, I believe. Yes, okay. So that is, I don't know why it sometimes changes the name at the top and sometimes doesn't. It confuses me. Gordon class MK2. Save that. And obviously all of these are also getting the fact that they're designed by this new company, which is helpful. And the Gordon class, remember, this is the one that's scouting, but also this is screening, right? And the throw class is purely anti-sub. What we'll actually probably do for our scouting, like anti-sub fleets, is we'll have some. Hang on, maybe I should remind myself. Do I actually remember what the different missions are? Right, there's Convoy Escort, which is different from Patrol. Okay, so Convoy Escort is the ones that are... we've designed these weird thrower classes that have no torpedoes. They have some guns. I'm tempted to actually put some torpedoes on them, just so that they're less totally hopeless if the enemy sends out, like, I don't know, torpedo boats or something like that. But, I don't know, maybe I should stick to my guns. Stick to manning my guns. Anyway, this is going to be the thrower class Mark II. We will add some radar. We will add better damage control. They don't have the new. They don't get the new fire control. Could get some more. I mean, it's only 10 extra production. Sure, give them some more AA. Save that. Okay, so this one is thankfully very early on. I will switch it straight over. This is very early on. I will switch it right over. This one I'm actually just going to stop production on. As with this one, we're going to go down to 2 lines on anti-sub for a minute here. And then, yes, you're stopping. And then the Gordons, we'll just stop. 2, 3, 4. And I will replace it with 1, 2, 3, leaving a few more free dockyards. Okay, and then we should do the heavy cruisers. So the Belfasts. Ah, no, sorry, that's not all we should do. We should also make an updated version that we can actually... Right, yeah, I forgot. Don't make these. We should make the ones with the new subdivisions. So what else we should do? So this is being saved as new. Given the advanced subdivisions. So we'll make this the throw class. Okay, 1. And the Gordon one, likewise, is going to get a save as new advanced subdivision. Actually, no, hang on. Let's keep the naming conventions simpler here. Let's just call them the Mark IIIs. Because it's still similar. It's just that you... No, because I have to remember you don't renovate to the Mark IIIs. You can be the Gorgon class. That won't confuse me at all. Hang on. We're saving as new. Gorgon class Mark 1. And more advanced subdivisions. Good. Save that. Okay. So, now we take the existing ones. We'll split off the destroyers to make them easy to find. Easier, anyway. And we're looking for ones that have an available refit. Should make it an easier way to know. So, this is the thrower class ones. Thrower. Sorry, thrower. Thrower. And we're going to refit these guys to the thrower class Mark II. Bang. And then we should be left with just our... Oh, sorry, one more thrower. Go to thrower Mark II. And now we need the Gordon classes, which go to the Gordon Mark IIs. Bang. Oh, sorry, got to do that from here. Gordon Mark IIs for only 500. Any others? Nope. Okay, good. Which means they can now merge back in. And the light cruisers. Didn't we do some light cruiser? We changed the light cruisers, didn't we? Right, but I think I already checked. These are all... None of those are my names. Cool. So next, it's time for the heavy cruisers. Belfasts. So this is the Belfast Mark II. Adding on the radar. Gives them more anti-air. Surface detection less relevant on the Belfast, but the AA is important. And the better fire control. And the better damage control. Good. And I do want them to be a tiny bit faster, actually. So I think on the... Not on the Belfast class, because we're saving that like that. But then the new variant we're doing... Also, I should... I'm now going to actually obsolete the thrower and the Gordon. Now that we've got things switching over to it. And the thrower class Mark II should not be being produced. We should instead be making throw class ones. And then the Belfast, we need a new one. I'm just looking at the map. We'll call this one the Norwich. Norwich class Mark I, which is getting saved as new, is the new version which gets the advanced subdivision. Hang on, why has it got the... Oh, that is 6 already. Yeah. And also, I'm tempted to give it... Yeah, a slightly bigger engine or a slightly longer range. No, it's a slightly bigger engine just to be a bit faster. What are we using here? Advanced steam. And it was at 90, wasn't it? Yeah, so it uses a bit more engine. It's a bit more visible. Just a bit faster. Because if we make it 31, then it's more comfortably escaping from pocket battleships. Yeah, I'm going to make a slightly larger engine on this new class, the Norwich class. Just to get a bit more speed out of them. Beauty. Taking advantage of the extra size that we're allowed these days. Good stuff. And then we will obsolete the Belfasts, because we're only wanting to make these ones in the future. So let's put down three of these. Don't need very many capital ships, because we shouldn't be losing them. Yeah, let's put a couple of Norwich classes under production. Okay. Cool, and we'll see how that shakes out. And then also, did I actually finish making many not Gordons, Norfolks? No, not Norfolks. Belfasts. Can't refit any of these, interestingly. Was it the It was the Belfast class, our old one? Yeah, I'm surprised. Oh, probably because I've decommissioned it. Yeah, there we go. These 3 Belfasts can now get refitted to it. Good. Merge back in. And then I don't actually want to re-decommission that one yet, because when actually I should decommission all those, because when these finish, I want to immediately recommission them. I mean, immediately retrofit them. So the Thrower Mark II and the Gordon Mark II need to be undecommissioned. Yes. Good. Okay. And then the subs, I don't think get radar. No. No, they don't. Okay, cool. Next, I should consider whether we need to be getting anti-air, because it's going to unlock new anti-air tech on boats. I don't think it does. No, okay, it doesn't. You still do that via naval tech. But where is the better anti-air tech in this tree? Here it is. Okay, cool. So we don't need to worry about that. That's a little way off. All right, good. Well, that was a heck of an episode. I'm going to call it apart there. Imperial Federation is on its way. More propaganda. We're doing what we can, and all of the much rearmament that we still have to go is ongoing. But until next time, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.